What's going on, people? Welcome to the channel. This is my Manchester United versus Hull City match review, and Man United have lost 2-0 on the opening day of the season to Hull City, and that was a sorry performance, wasn't it? I mean, pre-season I knew our defence was a bit shaky. I saw signs of that against AC Milan and a few other games, that Maguire and Heaven might not work, and Shaw was a bit iffy and we were left wide open. But yeah, nothing prepared me for what happened today. And it wasn't just the defence today either. It was all over the park. You could argue that our defence with the set pieces sort of put us on the back foot a bit by conceding some cheap goals, but even then you question the mentality of the players and the urgency. There was no urgency there at all to get back in the game. Like, even in the last part of the game where we had Sesko on and Maguire up top, the crosses into the box were just so abject. They were just, they were either at knee height or straight into the goalkeeper's arms, and there just didn't seem to be any. There was no quick passing. There was no running. Like, speed of our play was just very bad. And credit to Hull City, they were brilliant. They were up for it, like I said in my preview, against a team who've just come back into the Premier League. Their fans were up for it. Their team was up for it. They were putting in challenges, and their play was quicker than ours as well. They deserved to win. Their play was quicker than ours. They kept putting the ball out to the wings. We can deal with that. Every cross into the box, we just seemed like we were going to concede a goal. Everything seemed, whenever there was a set piece or a cross into the box, it just seemed like panic stations. It didn't seem like we had any control whatsoever. And each time they went forward, you felt they were going to get something. And that wasn't the case with us. Each time we went forward, we just felt we didn't have any ideas, and nothing came of it. And for the full 90 minutes, I think we had a lot of the ball, but that was about it, really. And even then, when Hull City got the ball and went forwards, they still looked more deadly than we did. And I really, really hope this is just the start of season sort of rustiness that we're going to get over in this game. And hopefully next week at home, at Old Trafford against Ipswich, we might actually feel the crowd and that, and we might actually put in a performance and get ourselves started. But you kind of hope that, don't you? But at the same time, you kind of think that, like, we saw signs in pre-season of the things that we were worried about in this game, and part of that was the defence. I did say in my preview that I didn't think Maguire and Heaven worked that well at times in pre-season. I thought there were a few goals actually we conceded in pre-season where we were completely open. Crosses into the box as well. Against that goal against Wrexham that we conceded, ball went right across our box into the back, and they put the ball into an empty net. And it happened against AC Milan a few times as well. And that's kind of what happened in this game today. We went 1-0 down from a corner. Le Mans, bless him, he was doing his absolute best. He was definitely our man of the match, Le Mans. He was doing his absolute best, made some brilliant saves, even for the first goal, made a brilliant save on the line, and just no one was there to back him up. The ball just dropped, and the Hull City player was just there on his own and put the ball in the back of the net. And then you're thinking, okay, one set piece, we're probably going to get back into this. And then again, there was not really any ideas. I think the only really creativity I saw in the game from us was probably right at the start. Tielemans put a ball over the top. There was a few quick passes, and Tielemans put a ball over the top to Bruno Fernandes, and that was about it, really. That was about it for the entire game. That was it. And then there was one chance in the second half where Mbeumo was put through. He still had the defender on him, but he got his shot off, and the keeper made a good save. But apart from that, there was nothing. I mean, even near the end of the game, Maguire was looking like our best attacker. Like, he was the one who was putting the most effort in to get on the ball and to get shots in and goal, and to try and put the ball in the box. Like, Maguire up front was our like most promising player. Like, what the hell? What the hell is that? But overall, that game, I think the most worrying thing about that game is there was just nothing from us. It was just no urgency. Our chance creation had little ideas. We had no idea how to break down a low blocking team again. That's a problem we've had over recent seasons as well, just not being able to beat the low block at all. There were times we had one person in the box when our ball was being crossed into the box, and Hull City had about 5 players. Like, how are you going to get a goal if you've got one person in the box when Hull have got 5 defenders there? Like, what are you doing? And yeah, the substitutions made little difference. Rashford was running a lot, but with the ball, but again, it didn't really go anywhere. Like, the crosses into the box weren't that great, and yeah, like, no subs made any difference. And then at the end, we had to bring on Darlow and Lacey, and by the time you get to that point, there's not really much impact that can be had, is there? Because we've tried everything and nothing has worked. And yeah, it's very disappointing, especially for the first game of the season. I mean, you get yourself hyped up for the first game of the season, don't you? And it's yeah, to have that happen and it just be a complete damp squib, I just feel completely deflated, you know? Like, I was looking so forward to this season, especially after the end of the last season, and yeah, that's just completely knocked me down, you know, the way I feel after that game, because it was just a nothing performance. No one was even at the races today, and Hull City deserved to win 100%. Like, they deserve to win the game, and there's not really much I've got to say apart from that. It's just, yeah, we have to be better than that if we're going to do anything this season, and our defense needs a really good sort out. I think we need to play a different back four. I think we need to think about changing our centre-backs in terms of who starts. I think it needs to be, I'd even potentially say Leacher and Maguire. That's what I'd say. Just go with the experience, and just don't bother playing youngsters at the moment. Just go with the experience and just try to get some settled heads in there, because it just seems like at the back today we were just panicking relentlessly whenever any sort of attack happened. So, and if you've got a defense like that, like, even if we started scoring goals, say we got our midfield sorted, say we got our attack sorted, and we started putting goals in the net, like, even with that, like, with that defending, you're potentially going to lose points just by conceding silly goals, you know? Like, we could score like 2 goals and still end up drawing the game or losing the game, you know? It's like, that's how bad the defending was today, and yeah, it needs to improve. Not great for Michael Carrick, not in the first game, and not a great look overall in terms of Michael Carrick being the actual manager now, because we've seen this in the past, haven't we? We've seen the caretaker situation happening, and we play well, and it all goes well, and then as soon as that sort of actual managing, like, the official contract comes in and the manager's set for the future, we've seen this drop off before, you know. And I really hope it's not just going to be an absolutely terrible season again, and that's going to happen. I really do hope this was just sort of, I don't know, start of season nerves, or maybe we just weren't expecting Hull to play the way they did. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But yeah, it's not a great start, and yeah, next week we have Ipswich at home, and if it's a similar performance, like, the United fans at home are not going to accept that. So we need to improve by next week. Like I said, I think Le Mans was man of the match for us. Just made some great saves. But apart from that, I think everyone else was just not there today. Like, I think Maguire, you could argue, in the second half was probably our best player in terms of outfield players. And yeah, that was it, really. That's all I've really got to say on the game. Really disappointing, and I hope we pick it up next week. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on the game today. Thank you to everyone who watches my videos. If you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll see better from United next week. Until then, I'll be back for a preview later in the week for Ipswich and Man United, and I shall see you then. Goodbye.